Hey pumpkins, welcome to my channel. I am Caroline Ironwell and I am a professional tarot reader, and today I am going to be doing a reading on Kanye West. Today the deck I'm using is the Wildwood Tarot by Will Worthington. It's a pretty deck. Okay, I'm going to do the Celtic Cross, which is the most common spread in tarot. I'm going to do a 10 card spread. Now, I don't believe that the future is written in stone. I believe that we are all in control of our destiny, and this is a snapshot of where things are going based on the decisions that are made. So, if someone wants a different outcome, then they make different decisions. Now, I had a jumper card, and when I have jumper cards, they are often indicative of a card that needs to be read, and the card that needs to be read here is the Blessed Oak, which in this deck is the same as the Tower, and that does really fit in with what I'm getting from the vibe of Kanye right now. Okay, we've got a lot going on here. So one of the first things I look at, because I do read reverse cards, is how many reversed, how many upright. A lot of reverse cards doesn't necessarily mean things are bad, but it means that things are more chaotic, less of a clear path. And here, I have only two reverse cards in this entire spread. So this is a pretty clear path. Although it's looking at the cards, it's not an easy one. And I also look at the number of majors compared to the number of minors. There are 22 major arcanas in the deck, and if I see a lot of major arcana cards, it tends to mean that there is a lot of really big changes going on in someone's life. When I see a lot of minor arcana, it tends to be the day-to-day stuff. So I have 5 major arcana cards. So half of this spread are majors. So there's a lot going on here. As for numbers, I have a 4, a 4, a 10, and a 7. So 4 being something that's related to stability. These are going more towards the end, so I think that we're going mid to the end of a cycle. And I look at the number of court cards, which are often representative of other people. So let's get into this. All right. So the first card we have here is the 4 of Arrows. This card is a need for rest. So Kanye has been going and going and going and going, and I think what's going to happen is that he's going to not just choose to rest, but collapse. Kanye has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and so if he's been through a major manic episode, then it looks like he's going to crash and go through a depressive episode. What I think is going on here is I think there actually could be some outside influences that are encouraging his behavior to their own benefit, but one of these is not Kim. Kim Kardashian is not trying to elicit these manic episodes. She would prefer him calm. We have the Lover's card and how others see you, so Kim really being that touchstone for him. I get a feeling in the past that there was this restlessness. So I think as this manic episode, which led to him running for presidency, started ramping up, I think that I don't want to see it as a boredom, but I see it as just an inability to sit still and this restlessness, and that he had to do something. Like I said, I think that the idea to run for president, I don't think came from him. I think it came from an outside source to benefit them. There's been a lot of talk about Kanye being a narcissist, and that's a term that we like to really throw around. So I have a degree in psych as well, and I'm not saying he is or is not narcissistic, but I am saying that just to throw around the term narcissist for every person we don't like or anyone who's acting self-centered or selfish or unempathetic or anything like that doesn't necessarily mean that someone is a narcissist. So we have the death card reversed here as the card for the present. And what this says to me is that this is a cyclical thing that just isn't going to go away. And obviously there is no cure for bipolar. But I think that this cycle is going to get more and more dangerous. And I am actually concerned for his safety. Now, with the death card coming up, that doesn't mean there will be death or that Kanye is going to die soon. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that he is in danger of making some really poor decisions, and that could affect him long term. I think that there could be legal troubles coming, yeah, so I should edit these pauses out, but I don't think I will because they're natural. But just this cycle of death and rebirth, of manic and depressive episodes, these bipolar episodes, until they spiral in him potentially having to be at harm and to himself and being put on a 72-hour hold at least. I don't think there's any change going to happen here until he's able to get some outside help. I think that that's really what's going on here, and that really, for him, is probably going to include medication. And I think that there's a part of him that knows deep down that that's something that he needs to do, that he should be medicated, but he's afraid to admit that to himself and admit that to others because he's so anti-big pharma and anti-treatment, and so that leads into the paranoia of his manic episodes. Like I said, I do think that there's another influence. I don't think the idea for running for president came from him. I think that it would very much benefit another person if he was to, take votes away from another candidate, let's say. There's no chance of Kanye actually winning. This is really a symptom of his illness. Part of bipolar disorder can include manic episodes having delusions of grandeur, so I think that's what's going on here. Kanye is going to feel, when this is all over, like that person stabbed him in the back, like that person betrayed him. And I don't think that that's an unreasonable assessment of what happened. I think that the idea was put in his head by someone who with nefarious means, and I don't want to necessarily say who that was, but I think you can really guess a person who has been manipulating the public and who is a friend of Kanye and will say anything to get ahead. Ultimately, what Kanye needs is treatment. What Kanye needs is professional therapy. But I don't think that he's at a point where he is going to get that yet. I think that Kim is going to become more and more concerned with his behavior and with the safety of their 4 children. She is going to try to help as much as she can. She doesn't want her marriage to be over, but I think that without treatment, I don't think this is a long-term marriage. I think there's going to be a period of breakup and get back together and break up and get back together. That's going to be kind of a cycle that happens, but ultimately I don't think that this is a couple that we ever thought was going to have long-term viability. And I think that if he goes untreated, even though he is a very wealthy man himself and he's clearly married into a very wealthy family, I think that if Kanye doesn't get some sort of treatment, that he is going to end up in some sort of financial difficulty long term. So my hope is that he is able to accept some treatment, and then that he is able to experience some healing and experience some wellness. I don't think that he ever really got any help or any healing or any closure after his mother's death. I know he and his mom were very close, so that I think might be a bit of a trigger of what's going on here. So that is my assessment and tarot reading for what is going on with Kanye West. Please like this video and please subscribe to my channel. It really does help with the algorithm, and if you would like to see more tarot readings on current events, current issues, on celebrities, please let me know what you'd like to see in the comments. Look forward to seeing you later and hope everything's going well with you. Wash your hands, don't touch your face. Have a great day, pumpkins.